Welcome to Vintage Weights, PGH. Today we're going to disassemble a barbell that has a hex bolt at the end of it. If you're going to clean up a barbell, first you have to disassemble it. If your barbell that you wish to clean up looks something like this on the end and does not have a bolt, you might be dealing with a roll pin. How to remove a roll pin and how to clean up a vintage barbell of this type will be covered in a later video. For the smaller of the two that I have shown here, and just about anything under 10 millimeters, you can get away with just an Allen wrench, a hex key. You might have one laying around, or they're fairly inexpensive at the hardware store or online. For something bigger though, what you're going to want to get is a hex drill socket, because this is 14 millimeters, the largest socket for a hex bit that I saw at Home Depot or Lowe's was 10 millimeters. The most common size that I find is 14, and this was about $6 on Amazon. So check it out. You just use it on a typical socket wrench, and we're ready to disassemble. But what do we do if we try to take it out and it's stuck? You start turning and the bar just keeps revolving, because after all, this is a sleeve that revolves around the bar that this bolt is stuck in. Let's take a look at that next. It's not uncommon at all for this bolt to be completely stuck. And when I first started disassembling barbells, I used to take a hammer and wail away on it to try to get it to move. That's not too bad, but it does get a little dangerous, and you might even damage your tools. But what I've found works a lot better is to first use some WD-40. I like the little straw so that I can get it around that bolt. I stand up the barbell vertically so that it seeps down in there. Then I give it a couple minutes. I've already done that. And then being careful as you do the next procedure, not to slip and fall, because it is WD-40, what I like to do is stand on the wrench with one foot, pick up the barbell, and now you want to rotate the opposite direction that you would turn the wrench. So you want to start rotating, there we go, the opposite direction, and get it moving. And just having this leverage is a big advantage. And I find it to be far less dangerous than wailing away on it with a hammer. You can do it with the smaller hex key as well. Get your foot on there, try not to slip and fall in the WD-40. Pick up the barbell, and then start moving in the right direction. There we go. And once you get it started, you don't have to do this for the whole thing. Then you can lay it down and you can start doing it by hand. And even if you can grasp the bolt, you can just unscrew it at that point. I found that most of these bolts have a texture around them of some type that they're pretty easy to grasp. And that is how you disassemble a barbell that has a bolt on the end. At this point, I would clean it off with some 3-in-1 oil along the shaft and in the knurling. So with a barbell that's in this type of condition, with some light surface rust, usually along where the knurling is, where the previous owner was gripping it, you don't exactly need to soak it, especially if it's a chrome barbell like this. Instead, use some 3-in-1 oil, let it soak, and then scrub it with a brass wire brush. After scrubbing, wipe it down, and this is what you get. It's amazing what a little 3-in-1 oil and elbow grease can do. Then, once I clean it, I'll hit the sleeve area with some Teflon grease to get the sleeves really spinning well. Get the sleeves back on, wipe down everything, and that's my regular barbell maintenance. Thanks for watching, and if you have a barbell in worse condition than these, then watch some of my other videos. And of course, like and subscribe.